Welcome to the Fluke Luke Fishing Channel, where we give you guys tips and tricks and also catch big bass. In today's video, I am going to take my pond fishing, lake fishing tackle bag, and I'm going to take my favorite baits out, or what I think are pond necessities out, and I'm going to put them in this box, and then I'm going to show you this wonderful box, and the soft plastics are going to go in this money bag, and then we're going to do some pond fishing with this wonderful Plano tackle box with all the Catch Co and Googan Squad stickers on it. So I'm going to fill this up. See you guys in like 5 seconds. The bag is finished. Quick 360. I'm just going to say before we get started, you don't have to be brand specific. I have it in a Googan Squad money bag. You don't have to use a money bag. I use Googan Saucy Swimmers or Paddle Tail swim baits. You can use, if you're a Strike King kind of guy, you can use the Strike King Rage Swimmers. You don't have to match exactly the brands I do. I mean, you could switch up the colors. This is just what I think are the pond necessities for at least where I am. I'm going to start with the tackle box, and I'm going to bust that open, and I'm going to go over here real fast. Grab my combo, already have one of the baits rigged up because it's my favorite crankbait of all time. A little Googan Squad banger, the square bill crankbait. It is a 2 to 5 foot diver. This is in the chartreuse black back color. Probably my favorite color in the banger. It's a banger color. Just saying. Then, next in the box, we got Topwater Frog. This is a little black frog. Black on overcast, white, or darker colors on overcast, lighter colors on, like, sunny days, or kind of, yeah, everything else besides overcast. Well, yeah. I don't know what else there is besides overcast, besides sunny, so I don't know what I'm trying to say, guys. I just say it. Next, we got a little lipless crankbait or rattle trap. This is the Googan Squad Clutch. This is probably my favorite rattle trap. It has a ton of rattles in it, and this is in shotgun shad color. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that, but it is a slayer. It catches fish. Shad, what's a shad color? Shad is what I find they're eating the most in ponds. That's why we have a sexy shad. 3 to 6 foot diving mini recon, the mini version of the deep diving crankbait from the Googan Squad. Then I have a shad, my favorite bait of all time, the white shad presentation spinnerbait. Have slayed fish on these. My personal best has came off this. Googan Squad Zinger. Put it in your cart on GooganSquad.com or Carl's Bait and Tackle. I'm just saying. Or if you have a Shields or Academy near you, I don't think they sell them at Bass Pro Shops. This is the one thing I say you need to be brand specific on. All-time favorite spinnerbait. One Colorado, one Willow. I use some Saucy Swimmer trailers. I know I haven't gotten to them yet, but I use those as a trailer. Even though it adds a bit of roll, makes it look like a dying bait fish. That's what the jerk bait's made to do. So, 2 presentations in 1 lure. To me, that sounds like a deal. But one thing you're going to remember, this is going to come with a little green rubber band right here. I pop that off. If you tie, well, I tie a Palomar knot on these, so you're not really, like, it's not going to slide down that much if you tie the Palomar correctly. And also, I mean, I don't know, I just don't like it. But white shad, that's what I'm saying. Shad is what they're eating most. And then if you're going after the big bass, I use a chatterbait or the Googan Squad clickbait. For some reason, chatterbait, clickbait, they catch bigger fish. Maybe not numbers, but they'll catch you the big fish. So first, this is a bluegill color. The only bluegill colors, I mean, because like I'm saying, the bluegill push up pretty high on the bank, or they're out deep depending on the pond. But the shad, they just seem to be everywhere. Wherever the bass is, there's going to be shad. Shad are probably some of the most common bait fish because they're not targeted. Like bluegill, people will eat bluegill, perch, whatever. But shad, not many people are like, I'm going to go eat a shad today. So shad, great presentation. Then I have a white, or this is actually the Shattered Shad Googan Squad blooper. Probably my favorite popper. I have a little jerkbait, Googan Squad Junior Scout, 3 to 5 foot diver, sexy shad. Then I have a flat-sided crankbait, the Googan Squad Flat Banger. This is one with rattles. The Cosmo shad color I love because it can be a shad. It can also kind of look like a bluegill because it has that purple, black, and gold, and that like lime. Kind of just an all-around, all bait fish kind of lure. Then terminal tackle, bobber stoppers, 3/16 ounce Googan tungsten, 1/8 ounce Googan tungsten. This is actually Shields brand. The shaky head, little wacky rig hook or drop shot, 3/0 Mondo extra wide gap hook, Ned rig heads, 4/0 Googan hammer hooks, and a 2/0 Kraken wide gap hook. Just kind of covered all my bases with terminal tackle. I thought, well, you never know what situation you're going to run in, what size of plastic, if they bite it off and you need to rip off a piece, maybe use that. But now on to the soft plastics. Here I have my #1 trailer bait, the Googan Squad Saucy Swimmers. So this bait has all kinds of sparkles and colors mixed into it. Use it on my spinner bait especially. That's what actually used it when I caught my personal best. And I can even throw those on the chatterbait. Then here's a chatterbait trailer mainly. And this is what I use the 2/0 worm hook on. This little craw, it's only 3.5 inches, so it's smaller. And especially, like you can see on the back right there, these are segmented, so you can rip a piece off like I did on this one and this one too. But this one, I was trailing on a jig. This one, a fish bit it, and so a piece of it fell off, or was like ripping, so I popped that off, got a new one. Bladed jig trailers, some of my favorite. Another bladed jig trailer or Texas rig, the Bandito Bug, probably my favorite. I don't know if my favorite soft plastic. It's close though. I like it because you can swim it, you can hop it, you can use it as a trailer. This one might be just because I caught my PB with it on the spinnerbait with that as the trailer. So it's hard not to like the bait that caught your personal best. I mean, let's be honest. Then here we got some trick worms, the Googan Squad Slim Shake worms. I love the Slim Shake worms. They're just insane. Watermelon red flake, forgot the colors. Watermelon red flake, blue baby, Okeechobee craw, all around color, blue baby, bluegill, looks just like a bluegill. Watermelon red, sexy shimmer. Then electric shad darts. they have that blue. Like, I'm just gonna get one out just to show you how awesome this color is. I mean, I know you guys have seen other electric shads probably, but this is probably the coolest one. It's very sparkly, green pumpkin natural. And look at the tail on this. Most flukes, I don't know if you guys have realized, most flukes' tails, like the Zoom fluke, is like this, sideways, where the flippers are kicking like that. The Dart is like this, so the flippers are kicking side to side instead of up and down. That's just something the fish have not really seen at presentation. And this electric shad has more sparkles and more of a blue tint than some of the other ones, so that's why I think I like it so much. Then here I got watermelon red flake stick bait, and I don't have a Ned rig bait, but I do have the Ned heads. But so when a fish bites this and it tearing it, instead of throwing away your soft plastics, why not reuse them for another purpose? So I cut a chunk off, toss it on the bait, there, on the Ned rig, I mean, and there you have your Ned bait. And then curly tail worms, not Googan at all, not Googan, guys. This is Carl's Amazing Baits, tournament grade. Okay, these are really insane. I also like the Googan Mondo worms, but I wanted to give you some brand variety. I mean, I know I have a lot of Googan baits, like a ton of Googan baits, because Googan makes insane baits. But I also threw in Biospawn, and I threw in Carl's Amazing Baits, because they're amazing. It's in the name, guys. Let's get out to the pond. I'm starting off with the little Chartreuse blackback crankbait, and then I also have the Texas rig rigged up. And so I'm gonna see if we can get them to bite the moving bait. And if we can't do that, we're gonna go a little bit slower with the Texas rig. Up to the Texas rig, the Carl's Amazing Bait, Scuffler worm in the June bug color. Just kind of swimming the worm right over this tree and brush. And I'm also going to hop it one time and get that different presentation. So let your worm sink to the bottom, then reel up the slack. Yeah, then you reel up the slack, pop your worm, popping it, that tail will kick on these curly tail worms, reel up the slack again, pop it, and just kind of repeat that until you kind of see if the fish are biting it. Try to target right, that log across right there. See if there's not bass on there. Were you guys wondering what gear I've been throwing my baits on? So this is the Berkley Lightning Rod Shock. It's a 7-foot medium moderate fast action. And this is a Abu Garcia Pro Max reel with some Googan Squad braid on it. And then this rod and reel combo is the Googan Squad Go-To rod, one of my favorite rods, with a 13 Fishing Inception Sport Z bait casting reel on here with some Googan Squad fluorocarbon. And this is probably my all-time favorite combo. Love fishing with it, so I'm gonna take a cast. Although we haven't caught any fish at this new spot, it is one of the coolest fishing spots I've been to. There's like a rabbit wood or tree carving, man. Yeah, I think there's a fish carving over there. So here's the man. Saw bass right here this morning on some big fish on the crankbait. There, I see him. Got one, boys! No! Came off. No. No. Boys. Why did you see that fish again? Where's that bass? Into that one. Take a few more casts. Getting pretty late. I mean, nice to know that this is a spot that has fish. No, now we know that fish are eating bluegill in this pond. A lot of ponds that I fish, said it earlier, they mostly are eating shad. So now we know bluegill impressions, bluegill colors are what would be great when we're coming back. If we're coming back to fish in this pond. Take a few casts on the bank. Probably time to get ready to go. Hit the camera?
Yep.
Got one.
That's a bass.
Yeah, little largemouth. Yes, let's go. Got one out of here. Double hooks. And he popped right off. Little nice half-pounder, got a scale in the bag. Gonna go weigh him. Beautiful fish. Really kind of green, lime green on the bottom. Almost thought he was a bluegill when he bit. Didn't even know if I still had him on. That's a nice little fish. And right next to the bass statue, I mean, looks just like him. So, gonna get the scale, revive him a little bit, take a picture, and then we'll film the release. Okay. 0.84, nice little 1 pounder. Gonna get a photo and then we're gonna release him. Nice little 1 pound bass, now gonna release him. He can go back to his home chasing those bluegill. This was a great fight. Little one. Now I wanna have a talk with your mama. Let's see if we can't get another one. That's perfect. I mean, should have had two. I just shouldn't have played or tried to play that fish that got down near his level. But, I mean, always nice to get one. I mean, a new spot. Got one on one of my no-fail bait, spinner bait, and then a white spinner bait, and then a little, specifically the Googan Zinger for the spinner bait, and then this nice little chartreuse blackback square bill is a no-fail. So, some of my favorite lures that I would throw almost every time I go fishing. That's why we put them in the pond necessity spot. And now we kind of had 2 fit bass by this. Have a lot of bluegill coming up to it. I mean, I think we kind of figured these fish out a little bit. So now, next time when you go to the pond, instead of me throwing the Texas rig like I did, I mean, you come here first, see if they're biting the square bill again. And if you can get them bite on a good bite, you might be able to catch 2 or 3. Last cast. And then, I mean, 2 on, got 1. That's, have 3 fish on. Landed one of them. One of them I think was pretty small because he was not on for very long. The small fish, I thought I lost him on the one I caught, but then I realized he was still on there. Well, a great day of fishing. Thanks for tuning in to the Fluke Fishing YouTube channel. See you guys in the next episode.